All right, friends. Hello. Good morning and welcome to our 2024 annual meeting for your City Club of Cleveland. My name is Dan Moulthrop. I'm the Chief Executive here, and I want to thank you for joining us this morning. Hey, Dale. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm so glad that you're all here with us today. It's really nice to look out and see so many friends, some students arriving. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to have you with us. Now, we don't usually explain this, but I've been asked to explain this time today, that our annual meeting and our annual report, which is just out today, reflect everything that happened in our last fiscal year. So the fiscal year that actually ended on June 30th, this past June 30th, ran from July 1 to June 30th. So if you're interested in the annual report, and I encourage you to be interested in it, there are things at your table about it. A QR code will send you right there, and it's out. This last fiscal year has been a year of almost foundational change and real excitement and optimism about the future. With a little over a year now under our belt here at Playhouse Square, we are so grateful for this beautiful new forum space where we continue to address important issues together, where we gather to break bread and build a stronger community, where we listen closely, we challenge one another's perspectives, and we do so with a shared recognition of one another's essential humanity. We understand that despite our differences, we are united in this collective endeavor we call democracy. Can we just give a round of applause for democracy for just 1 second? Honestly, it feels weird to ask that we give a round of applause for democracy, but coming together is our strength. Every member, sponsor, guest, and partner helps our work reach audiences around the corner and across the state, to inform them, engage them, and connect them. And our work in partnership with all of you feels especially important during an election season. And can I just say how nice it is to be in a room full of voters. So thank you for joining us today. Now for a look back at this past year, please join me in welcoming our new board president, Mark Ross.
Good morning as well. Welcome to our students from Solon. We got a whole host of tables filled there. I think that's fantastic. Thanks, Dan. And I hope you know how much we deeply appreciate you and your leadership. And thanks to everyone in this room or listening to the live stream. We thank you for your support of the City Club. As Dan mentioned, my name is Mark Ross, and I am the City Club's new board president beginning at the start of this fiscal year. As our board president, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our tremendous board members who put so much of their time, talent, and treasure into supporting this institution. I'd also like to welcome our newest board members who recently joined us, and we all met yesterday for orientation: Kevin Martin, Paul Federico, Jeff Johnson, Ariane Kirkpatrick, and Amy Martin. While a bit cliche, it's an honor of a lifetime to chair this board, and I deeply appreciate the incredible support and belief in the vision of our amazing board. Together, we are building something that will last for generations to come. There's been a singular theme to this past year at the City Club: homecoming. Since building our new facility and opening the doors to thousands of community leaders, it's become home to all of us. I love that picture of the first cutting of the ribbon. It's amazing. In fact, more than 16,000 people attended 90 forums hosted here at Playhouse Square and across our community this past fiscal year. We've also seen tremendous growth of our student engagement efforts, and I'm proud to report that over 10% of our audience has been students who attended for free thanks to generous sponsors. This past fiscal year, we received support from more than 75 companies and foundations who helped us raise money to meet our $2 million budget. And we saw our individual membership steadily grow as we welcomed 241 new members. And since the end of the fiscal year, I'm excited to tell you our individual membership is now approximately 1,000 members, which is fantastic. Yeah. Beyond this tremendous operating support, we raised an additional $2 million last year as part of our Guardians of Free Speech campaign. This $12 million campaign has been the City Club's most ambitious fundraising effort in our history. To date, we've received more than 240 gifts ranging from $10 to $1 million, all to help us move here to this beautiful forum and to fund our endowment to sustain your City Club and help protect freedom of speech and democracy for generations to come. However, as many of you know, we're not quite done yet. We still have about $600,000 left to raise to reach our goal. This is the final stretch, and we need your help to cross the finish line. Whether you can contribute more or help spread the word to friends, family, or colleagues, every bit counts. Your continued support, no matter the size, will make an impact. If you're interested in learning more about giving to the Guardians of Free Speech campaign, you may speak with Dan or our COO and Director of Advancement, Noelle Celeste. Whether you're a member, student, corporate sponsor, or philanthropic contributor, you are a partner and collaborator in this important work we're engaged in. Thank you. And as I wrap up my remarks, I want to focus for a moment on the words you hear at the beginning of every City Club forum. We are devoted to creating conversations of consequence that help democracy thrive. Those simple but important words are why I am deeply engaged in this organization, and like many of you, believe strongly that our efforts to help democracy thrive have never been more important than they are as we approach this election. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the City Club team member who helps cultivate so many relationships with our members and community partners, Amber Walker.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning, everybody. My name is Amber Walker, and I am the Membership Outreach and Office Manager here at the City Club, and I have the fun job of welcoming members into the City Club family. As you heard, in this last fiscal year, we welcomed 241 new members to the City Club, bringing our total membership up to 927, a 9% increase from fiscal year 23. Thank you all for your support and for continuing to grow with us. This year, we've also engaged with 91 community partners on our forums who help us spread the word on our programs and make sure that the folks that need to be in the room are present. You've probably seen these partners in our comments at forums talking about the work that they do in the community. We are grateful for their ongoing support to make sure that we engage the community in these critical conversations. Thank you. On the topic of support, the City Club staff and I are especially grateful to our volunteers who give their time to our organization because they go above and beyond to support our mission. They are dedicated and passionate, and I love working with all of them. We're grateful for the tremendous growth that we've seen in our volunteer program, especially in this past year. We simply couldn't do what we do without them. While all of our volunteers contribute so much, I would like to take time today to acknowledge 10 volunteers who have volunteered 5 or more times with us this year. You can see their names there on the screen, and I would also like to ask those that are here to please stand so that we can recognize you. Thank you. Thank you all so much for your service, dedication, and support to the City Club. We truly appreciate you. And finally, I'd like to invite a volunteer who has gone above and beyond to support us to join me here on stage, Wendy Kulik. Wendy has volunteered with us 52 times this past year. You've probably seen her at the front desk helping with registration, but she's also stepped up behind the scenes, giving her time to help us with special projects and playing an instrumental role in helping us to move to our new home here at 1317. Please join me in applauding Wendy for all that she does for us on behalf of the whole team, we want to give this gift to you to reflect our deepest appreciation. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you. Absolutely. And now I will turn it over to our Director of Programming, Cynthia Connolly.
Oh, that is so heartwarming. I'm just so delighted to honor Wendy and all of our volunteers here today. Good morning. My name is Cynthia Connolly, and I am the Director of Programming here at the City Club. And alongside Dan, it's been the utmost privilege to bring some of the most consequential conversations here to the City Club. The consequential conversations and speakers to your new home, your City Club. One of my favorite parts of programming here is not just hearing from our speakers, it's also the conversations we have with each other. And with our new home came the ability to host a larger audience, 50% larger to be exact, which has come in handy with how popular many of our last year's forums were. In fact, since our move, nearly 1/3 of the forums we've hosted here would not have fit in our old space. Yes, 1/3. That's 1,290 more people who were able to hear about censorship and the freedom to read from activist Angela Davis, or learn the latest from the front lines on the war in Ukraine with Ambassador Oksana Markarova in conversation with Senator Rob Portman, or hear directly from the candidates running for Cuyahoga County prosecutor so they could make a more informed decision at the ballot box. And that's just to name a few forums. Last year, we continued partnerships with many organizations and launched new partnerships, like one with Futureland, which is a movement that aims to transform Cleveland's innovation and tech ecosystem. Joining us for a live radio broadcast from the Futureland Conference at the Mimi Ohio Theater, we were able to hear from Blitz Bazawule, author, rapper, and director of the Oprah-produced film The Color Purple. The conversation included some hard lessons and sound advice on how to succeed in the startup economy as a BIPOC entrepreneur. And then there was the time when Randy McShepard came to Dan and I and asked us to host a film screening of their documentary that highlights the community impact of Riddall Farm. And of course, we were game. And it turned into a sold-out screening and panel discussion on how an East Side community came together to defy odds and become a national model for urban agriculture. Last year also provided the perfect opportunity to deepen our partnership with longtime friend, the Great Lakes Science Center. We love them so much. And together to mark the arrival of the total solar eclipse, we heard from Chris Brown from the Office of STEM Engagement at NASA and how we could leverage that historic moment to inspire the next generation of space explorers. And for all the Trekkies out there, we also heard from Dr. Erin McDonald about her work as a science advisor for Star Trek. And as many of you know, around here, we like to joke that we have a gong and will travel. But did you know that last year, nearly 1/5 of our forums were hosted in the community, not here at 1317, out there with you. Our In the Community forums remain free and open to the public and often cover more responsive community-based issues, lifting up local voices and leadership. And many of those community forums were served with a side of hot dogs and tater tots, how I like my conversations, at the Happy Dog. Initially launched to discuss some of the most pressing world affairs and global issues, now 10 years in, the Happy Dog series topics have grown on to take on, well, everything. And the next one is next Wednesday, right after the election. We're taking on the president's foreign policy inbox. Our Happy Dog series is just one of over a dozen sponsored funded series at the City Club. Other series include Education Innovation, Authors in Conversation, Sustainable Northeast Ohio, and Criminal Justice, just to name a few. And a few of our sponsors for those series are in the room, and if we can give them all a round of applause. These sponsored series allow us to take a deep dive into some of the more nuanced and pressing issues in our city. Conversations that just cannot be, nor should they be, wrapped up in a single forum. And last year, with the St. Luke's Foundation, our Health Equity series took us to Morning Star Baptist Church on Cleveland's east side. We heard from Crazy Bone, from Cleveland's own Bone Thugs and Harmony, for a candid conversation with WOVU's DJ Chris Styles on how music can promote healing and community strength. Still, at the core of the work at the City Club is a deep tradition of debate and civic engagement. With the mayor's office, we brought the state of the city to Playhouse Square. And when reproductive rights made its way to the Ohio ballot, voters had the opportunity to hear from both sides in a traditional timed debate. We want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to join us, to stand up to the microphone, to ask your question, to forward a suggestion about a forum, or even volunteer on one of our 6-member programming committees. Thank you all for such an incredible and memorable opening year here at 1317 Euclid, your City Club. Now, I would like to bring one of my colleagues to the stage who has worked tirelessly this year to grow our education programs here at the City Club. Please welcome Ariana Smith.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ariana Smith, and I have the privilege of serving as the Education Engagement Manager here at the City Club. It is truly an honor to share some of the impactful work we've been able to do engaging students across Northeast Ohio. The City Club is deeply committed to empowering young voices and fostering active civic leadership among the next generation. We are extremely grateful to our longtime and new sponsors whose support makes it possible for us to continue this important work in youth engagement and civic education. We also look forward to building new partnerships with organizations and leaders committed to empowering the next generation. At the heart of our high school programming is a commitment to accessibility. By providing students with free access to City Club forums, we are ensuring that every young person has the opportunity to engage in critical conversations and connect with thought leaders without barriers. We believe that no matter their background, every student deserves a platform to explore the issues that shape their future. In the past year alone, we have welcomed 1,964 high school students from over 30 schools across Northeast Ohio. Let's just congratulate that really quickly. Each one of these students having the opportunity to benefit from a chance to learn, grow, and connect through these forums. A cornerstone of this programming is our Youth Forum Council. The council is a passionate group of dedicated high school students who lead and manage 5 to 6 forums every school year on topics that are most meaningful to them and their peers. They represent diverse voices and perspectives from across our region. After COVID, we saw a drop in council engagement and began the 2023 school year with just 3 active members. I'm thrilled to report, though, that thanks to the recruitment efforts of our students, our educator partners, we now have over 40 active students participating from over 10 area high schools. In April, the council hosted a sold-out forum in partnership with IdeaStream Public Media and the Cleveland International Film Festival. This 2-hour event focused on the impact that community violence has on mental health. Participants began by watching a powerful film entitled Quiet Minds, Silent Streets, followed by small group discussions and listening to the insights of a panel consisting of mental health professionals and community change makers. The event provided a unique space for students to reflect, connect, and share their perspectives on how the challenges discussed have impacted their lives. This fall, the Youth Forum Council has already led a sold-out forum in October on youth and American politics. And coming up on November 13th, their next forum will bring together students, educators, and community members to tackle persistent racial disparities within our classrooms. Finally, the Hope and Stanley Adelstein Free Speech Essay Contest, which was established in 2012, invites high school students to explore topics related to free speech and offers winning students an invitation to present their essays at a City Club forum and earn monetary prizes. Last year, with a prompt focus on AI and education, we saw a record-breaking number of submissions. This year's topic will center around students' rights to free speech in schools, and submissions open December 1st through February 14th for my high school students here in the room. Our essay contest also relies on the incredible support of volunteer judges who helps us to review our entries each year. If anyone's interested in becoming a judge, please let me know. And for more information about all of our student programming, including how to register student groups for any City Club forum, I invite you to visit our Students tab at cityclub.org or email me directly. Thank you all again for your continued support of our commitment to engage with students here at the City Club. And now I turn things back over to Dan.
So we're almost at the end, and you'll get to eat, I promise. I want to thank all of you again. Like, this is just incredible. And you've just heard from the team that last fiscal year was really something special. So many of you have been a part of it. I do want to recognize our friends at IdeaStream. We couldn't have done any of this without you, and we worked through so many challenges as we moved into the new building. And you guys have been so helpful, so welcoming, and welcoming us to the neighborhood, but in terms of like working through all the problems and the challenges and showing up. Every single forum, we are relying on you guys to help us connect with the rest of the community. So thank you so much. Please join me in thanking our friends at IdeaStream Public Media. We are just getting started here. This first year has been trying to figuring out how we do the work of the City Club in this new space, in what feels like a new neighborhood. We have such great talent on our board and on our staff, and I want to take a moment. It's so nice to have a moment once in a while to tell our story. We use this platform to tell the stories in the community a lot, but to have this moment to tell our story is really important. But could you join me in thanking my wonderful colleagues for a second? So thank you all for being here this afternoon. This is the annual meeting is more or less over here. You can check out more about all of our work over the last year there's a QR code at your tables there. On the thing that says City Club Annual Report. Please do check it out. We're very proud of the work there. And we're going to take a short break right now to serve lunch, and then we're going to get started with the forum at noon. So thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to introduce yourselves to anybody you're sitting next to if you haven't had a chance to do that. I know a lot of people just arrived as we were talking. So the annual meeting is now adjourned. Talk more soon.